Hello, Aries. How are you guys doing? I'm going to say first off an apology. I was supposed to have this done last week, and I didn't only because I was under the weather a little bit. Had a lot I was thinking I almost had COVID there. So, tons of vitamin D, vitamin C kicked it in the butt for 2 days. I mean, literally. And that's what got me through. They do say that vitamin D does really fight COVID. So I ramped up to a lot of vitamin D and vitamin C. So anyway, we're back on track. So, but this is a good thing because Aries, this is the 25th, and this is for the 25th through the 31st. So this is going to be good energies for you guys. It is for the week of the full moon. So there's going to be a lot of sort of energies that are going to be sort of this way this week. And this is going to be sort of a time of where you're going to have to pull everything together to bite your tongue. So, again, I apologize for being under the weather last week. It wasn't definitely a spiritual warfare. It was physical, definitely physical. So here we go. So this is the 25th through the 31st for Aries. And I don't have any new news other than the, what do you call it? The full moon reading coming up here on the 28th. So hopefully you'll join in on that and you can see that is at 11, I believe. But hit the subscribe and the bell, and it'll tell you when I'm notify you when I'm on. I am doing my spread a little bit differently this month for the February, so I'm going to give this to you as well. I'm doing what they call a horseshoe spread. There's all kinds of spreads. There's love spreads. There's health spreads. There's all kinds of spreads. I go to the divine, so it doesn't matter what kind of spread I use because majority of the information I get is from him. So we're still going to do the first card out is the first energy for this week, full moon energy, probably most likely. But the other thing too is I will pull an oracle at the very end for the energy of the moon. So that is going to be something that we'll do here at the end. However, you guys are probably laughing at me, but this is how I do my little miniature one because it gets really hot, very, very hot. And living in Japan, those chopsticks come in handy. So anyway, so we're going to do partnership is your first energy out for this week. So whatever that means to you, whether it is coming through, a partnership in work, family, home, friends, whatever, there could be a love partnership. This is sort of an energy that's coming to you, or it's almost like, hey, it's sort of like when little kids say, you want to be my friend, sort of that kind of energy as somebody's coming to you, hey, you want to do this together? You want to make this happen together? What's really interesting is we're into a new week while I'm doing this reading. However, same energy as I've had this so much last week, it was unreal. So it's all about omen and messages. So coming towards you, the hawk is flying. So it's like coming towards you or coming again, away from you. You're to give that message. Not quite sure. But it could be also in relations to this. These could be melding together, these energies. So I'm not sure who that is for. I have a feeling that is probably the likelihood that there's going to be something coming towards you, or you're going to be going to somebody, hey, do you want to do this together? It's going to be a little bit shaky at first because partnership has the number 5. And I'm going to say that's full moon energy because when we have this full moon, there's like 3 different planets that are really causing havoc with the moon's energy. So that's why I said it's going to be a little bit rough. So it will be a little bit unstable at first. It's something new, something that probably is happening. But then we have the number 2 again for Hawk, which I find is very interesting because the number 2 is about partnerships, balance, and togetherness. Hey, I don't make this up. The divine picks them. Okay. So let's get going and see what your spread has to say. And we're going to go, and the way the horseshoe spread works is we look at your past, what might be causing some of the kerfuffle or what's going on with you. It looks at the current energy. Then it also looks at what's going to help you in your process and what's hindering in your process. And so that's all going to come together. Okay. So, and then also what to avoid at the very end, because we want to make sure that we're on the right path, the right journey, that kind of a thing, and go from there. So let's see what we got here. Oh, that's interesting. That is upside right. That came in a reverse, which is interesting. The reason why I say it's interesting because it is the 8 of Wands, and the 8 of Wands is about communication coming in, but it's in reverse. So I'm thinking maybe you're going to be giving some information or partnership or something to somebody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more. And then we'll get some clarification on these things together. So, yeah. Yeah. So there is something. Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay, I got it. Thank you. I was going to like, yes. And then I'm like, wait a minute. That's the avoid card. All right. So our past energy is that we are the Page of Pentacles. And that being said, that maybe some of the things that might be attributing to that is sort of, how do I put it politely, is you're dreaming, like you have illusion of something that maybe, or a pipe dream, that's something that you do a lot of. It's a creative energy, nothing wrong with it, as long as we work towards something, if it's realistic. But this here is more creative in the sense that maybe it's not so realistic. So maybe in the past this has been you or somebody coming towards you that needs to maybe get more on the realistic page as far as dreams. And when I say that, I mean like, okay, so a pipe dream, that is somebody who has a dream and they say, oh yeah, I would really love to go to Hawaii. Yeah, yeah. But then they never take an effort to learn about it, how much it costs to go there, what it is. So then they never go. That's a pipe dream. Now, a dream is, oh, I really want to go to Hawaii. And yeah, I would love to do that. And then you're like, oh yeah, well, the airfare is like $200 round trip. Yeah, right. And then the hotel. Hey, I can do this. If I save, I can do this. They save and save, and they go to Hawaii. That's a dream. That's what happens. That's the difference. But this is more of a pipe dream energy, more of a dreamer's energy. Like, yeah, and sometimes it gets taken too far. The current energy, again, we have somebody coming in, or somebody coming in that is around. This is a supportive energy. This is somebody that probably from the past. Doesn't have to be, though. It could be a past energy is the thing, is that it could be somebody that has come to your energy, and it feels like you've known each other all the time. So this is a good thing for the future, because this is a partnership coming of some type, right? So then we have the helping energies, which is the 10. This is awesome. The 10 of cups, and then we have the 8 of wands in reverse. Now remember, these are this week's energies. It's going to be sort of conflicting. And the reason why it's conflicting is the full moon's throwing everything off. Today's the 25th, full moon is 28th. Things are going to be actually going a little crazy energy-wise, so just get used to it. So this is sort of conflicting because, well, not really. So the 8 of wands is about communication, something coming in fast. It could also mean travel. It could mean that kind of a thing, although it's in reverse. So something might be coming in with communication a little bit slower towards you. I think this is an energy coming towards you, but it's a win-win energy. So this is a great energy. This shows that maybe there's love, a unity, or that kind of a thing here. This energy might be love. It might be a communication. It might be just the start of a spark of energy kind of a thing. However, the helping energy of this is to slow down, take it easy. Don't rush things. Listen to your intuition. So whatever this is this week that's starting up, whether it's a partnership of some sorts or you're coming together with somebody, maybe it's a partnership in working on a project at work. I have no idea. But the other thing, because here's the thing, here's the hindering. Here's what could be hindering or not helping or sabotaging is that somebody's not being really honest on the give and take. So the Six of Pentacles and then strength. So with that, somebody might not be so, somebody might have to learn how to be a better giver or a better receiver. So the Six of Pentacles is about giving balance to give and take. But we have strength here. So that means something has to be given. Something's not working right. So in this partnership, I feel like whoever's coming to you or you're going to them, I think you're going to them is what my energy keeps saying. But there is a good balance here. There is somebody going to teach somebody about their weaknesses and the vice versa. So there is some strength in that because this is an equal give and take. This is beautiful. It's hindering. So this is a hindering thing. This is like, this isn't happening. So it has to turn and change around. It has to go to the helping. So each other have to get into the mindset of helping each other rather than helping themselves. I don't know who that's for, but somebody's more of like, yeah, well, if I do this, then this is going to happen. And you know what? You need to be doing this. So their focus is not on the whole scheme. It's on what they can do and what they can validate their purpose of whatever this partnership is. I don't know who this is for, but it's sort of a me mentality. So that's the hindering part of allowing this to grow. Okay, because this is, remember, this is the good stuff. This is what you want. You want this. And the communication has to grow. It has to change. Thank you. It has to mature. Whoever you're working with or dealing with, there has to be a maturity to the next level. And this has to do with communication this week. It did last week for most of the signs too. However, for you guys this week, Aries, this is a communication thing. If you haven't watched my communication video, the Divine had me do 2 videos a week and a half ago on fear and communication. And I didn't understand why he wanted me to, but towards the end or the middle of the week, I had an aha moment. I get it because of the whole theme of everything that was going on. I really should do a theme or a video on the thumbnails because these thumbnails that I pick are not me. These are Divine picking them for whatever theme or whatever he's got going on for that week. And this week it's all about communication and fear. So somebody might be fearing their communication with somebody. And that's why there might need to be a little bit more strength, because it does take courage and strength to speak something to somebody because most people are fearful of what another person's going to think. In all reality, we should not care what another person's think because it's our journey. However, when we're in a partnership, we need to care what each other think to make sure that we're on the same page. That's why I do not have a business partner, because my scheme of what I need my business to grow and my baby that I have grown for 17 years will not be the same as somebody else. And I don't think we can be on the same page unless we both have that maturity level of 17 years of owning your own company, saying, yes, let's put our heads together and grow this way. If you've got a brand new entrepreneur and you've got somebody who's seasoned, and so if you have somebody who's learning communication and somebody who's seasoned, that person has to come up here. That's where this give and take is. Thank you. They're also saying this is for somebody who in a relationship right now. You need to make sure that if you're never equal, but whoever is learning and down here, be gentle, be kind with them, because maybe you have more experience or knowledge or whatever it is, to allow them to come up and meet you. The problem with relationships and partnerships is a lot of the times, and I'm sorry, ladies, but the ladies will begin to drop their standards, their boundaries, and everything, and to make sure that the guys are equal to them. No, it's the opposite. It doesn't matter if you're a male up here or a female up here in a relationship. If you have high integrity, high morals, high standards, then that other person has to rise up to the occasion. You don't lower your standards and your integrity and morals to meet them just because you love them. That's not how it works. So this is this communication thing here. Because the last card out, which is the avoid card, is the World. Now, I just had somebody pop into my head that I had met that I was doing some coaching on last week, some life balance coaching. And this sort of rang true to this person 100%. And you're like, well, why would the world be void? Avoid the world. Think about this for a second. This channel is divine driven, divine inspired. If you think of the world, that's the earth. Okay, although she's holding the wands, which is a spiritual thing, the thing is that you have to rise above the earth's demands and go to the spiritual demands. So somebody to avoid earth's thoughts, avoid earth process, avoid. And what I mean by that is taking your mindset and actually beginning to think the communication and everything from your heart, from your spirit. Oh, did I say that without love? Did I say that truthfully? Did I say that? So this is somebody's thinking earthly. I can lie, I can cheat, I can manipulate, I can do whatever it takes because I can do that. That's earthly. That is the world. That's what to avoid. What we want to make sure that our communication, and I'm going to say strength is right on the other side of that. It takes an enormous amount of courage and strength to say no to somebody that you, especially when we were talking about communication kind of a thing, it takes strength to say no to somebody and rise yourself more of a spiritual level. No, I'm going to talk in the truth. I used to be this person. I used to be years and years ago this person, manipulator, liar, cheater. I could sell you a frickin' iceberg up in the North Pole. That's how good I was. Not healthy, doesn't get you anywhere, but staying in earth, and also it gets you nothing but destructive lifestyle. So whoever is doing this, whether it's you or somebody coming to you, come and talk to me, because I'll tell you it doesn't go anywhere. You don't get anything from it. You don't get anything from thinking earthly. Now, when I changed my life completely around, and which means my thought process, because here's this. This is how the thought process for this person goes. We go back to the very beginning of your past. This is, remember, your past energy. So we go back to that past, and what happens is maybe there was abuse there. Maybe there was something going on traumatic that you had to check out. You had to go to somewhere else to avoid the pain. I've been there. Sexually abused, I go there. I used to go there. I used to imagine myself at the cottage, at the lake, where I felt safe and I was around people that I knew that weren't going to hurt me. I went there. So wherever that came from your past, is now directing your future, which needs to change. What that is for somebody, that is, somebody's going to be coming to you as a message, whether it's me or whether it's somebody else. I don't know. Whether this is a good omen for you or a bad omen, I don't know. However, this is time to do your homework. And what I mean is, when we get away from this, what I mean is that you begin to think with your heart. Here's how we work as a human being. In all reality, everything we do, think, feel, everything starts from our heart, our spirit, our intuition, our divine creator, whatever you want to call them. It's our heart. It's our intuition. That speaks to our head. Our head then speaks to our body. And our body reacts or does however it tells it. The head tells it. This kind of thinking, earthly thinking, now that's spiritual thinking. Earthly thinking, that's this person. It's the head telling the heart and telling it whatever to speak. So I can lie, cheat, do whatever, because my head is in control, not my spirit, not my intuition. So it got broken in the beginning. So now I think from my head. And even though my heart and my intuition says, don't do that, don't do that, your head is in control. Screw you. I'm going to do that if I want to. I want to. Doesn't matter if it's good for you or whatever. Same with drugs and alcohol. I used to work in chemical dependency. That stuff's not good for your body. But you know what? Your head's saying, hey, I need that. I need that because I can't deal with what happened in the past. I can't deal with that. So I can keep dreaming that, numbing my brain, whatever that is for somebody. However, that kind of thinking won't last. It ends up being destructive. I've been there. It's destructive thinking. Earthly thinking is destructive thinking. We have to live here. There are certain things we have to do. Yes. However, that actually will bring you spiral you down, and then you'll be questioning, how did I get here? Yeah. Okay, so these are upside down. Yeah. So 5. Again, this week with the moon, a lot of, and this for someone, this is a different person. Now we got a partnership for somebody coming. Beautiful. It could be if you guys work it out in communication, but this partnership, I don't know who this is for, is actually a wonderful energy. It is going to take work, whoever this is for. This energy is an internal person working on this. Somebody is working on themselves. Somebody is working through their process of creating a different mindset. And it does feel like a freaking fight. It really does. It's very, you feel unstable. Stick with it. Stick with it. This is the communication part. Stick with it. I don't know who this is for, but stick with it. All right. Whew. I don't know what's going on with Divine, but he has really, I'm like, I want to do these like in 15 minutes, but I can't. It just doesn't seem like it. Okay. So I'm going to give you guys the moon energy. It doesn't seem like that. This is an internal process for somebody. Definitely internal process for somebody. So in all that energy, what you'll want to do is really listen to your intuition, what the divine is sharing with you, what the divine is telling you, and how to move forward. Now, there is going to be somebody who's supportive there, whoever goes through that. All right. Whoa, don't want to bend my cards. My daughter keeps telling me I have a new deck coming. I don't know. It's some game. It's taken probably 6 months to make. They don't make them anymore. Everybody wants them. She's like, you better take care of this deck because it's going to be, comes all in a fancy box and gold and all kinds of stuff. I don't know what it is. All right, let's get these moon energies and get you on your way. And then I've got other readings to do here. Yeah. So whatever you're wanting and dreaming and hoping for, it's coming. It's coming. We've got the wishing well. So this is that moon energy again. It's coming, Aries. This is your dream. This is, a little bit of this going on here, but it is coming. This is the hawk energy here. It's a message coming. And then we have the mountain. The mountain, for those of you, it's getting through that earthly thought process. Stop thinking more of earth and think more of spirit. Walking in truth, telling the truth, doing everything with a freedom thought. Yes, I want to be free. I want to be, I want to be equally balanced, because remember, this is what's hindering. Somebody is not thinking on an even plane, especially for a partnership. This is a lot of communication. It's going to take a lot of strength, but you can get through it. And you will. That's the whole thing. You will get through it. So I'm not quite sure who that energy is for. All right. Aries, sorry this was so long. I hope you guys have a great day. Don't forget the 28th, there is a full moon reading. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share with your friends. And I will see you on the 28th or on the 1st. Actually, I'll be doing more readings today, so you might see me again. All right. Take care, Aries. Love you guys.